Welcome back to Blue Collar Speed and Repair. The last video on our van truck thing was a little more of a fun video. Painted the wheels to match the body color. Looks a lot better than the white in my opinion. Added the kind of wood slats to the bed. Changed the overall look. I really like the way it looks now. Well, I like the way it looked before, but really like the look of it. I know the lift post is in the way, but ignore the dirty tires. I may or may not have got it stuck in the mud. Oops. Other than that, we hooked a gooseneck ball, or put in a gooseneck ball, and went and drug the 26-foot Iron Bull trailer around. Again, just for fun. If you haven't seen that video yet, go check it out. It was a good time. I got a lot of funny looks, a lot of waves, a lot of thumbs up. Now we got some stuff we need to fix. Stuff I've kind of been putting off a little bit. Since we first got this thing running, it's had a terrible exhaust leak from the passenger manifold. So we have some manifold gaskets here, a couple different styles. There are sirens again. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, a couple different styles here. These are the gaskets for the manifold to the exhaust pipe, as well as the couple times we have driven this thing, it has gotten extremely hot in the cabin. So we got a couple weather strip deals here. The doghouse or engine cover is just kind of sitting there. Well, it is just sitting there. We had taken the seals off when we did the bed liner. So we have some stuff to try to seal that up, as well as the side covers that cover the spark plugs. Those covers are off, which are right above the manifold. So all right above the exhaust manifold. So all that heat comes right inside. As well as a couple videos ago, we went through that like auxiliary radiator and never got around to getting the cooling fan hooked up. So we get that taken care of. And other than that, I don't know if you can see that under there, but we've got a pretty bad oil leak we need to investigate. So like I said, a couple fixes this go around. This thing is fun to drive. I want to drive it more. I don't want to sit in a sauna while doing it, and I don't want all the oil to leak out. So we're going to get this thing on the lift, get up in the air, probably start with these manifolds, which is going to be the worst job, and get after it. All right, taking a look at our oil leak here. For one, I replaced the shift shaft seal for the transmission off camera. That's actually more of a leak than the engine oil. So I'll have to investigate that. Oil leak looks like it's coming from this seam on the oil pan itself. So this pan has been extended. It looks like it's coming out of this seam. I don't really want to pull this oil pan off and try to re-weld that. I don't know if we should just try a little sealer on it or what, and just see what happens. Looking at these manifolds, I think mostly our exhaust leak, so we can get this in position. It's like really black around there where it's exhaust gases are coming out. I don't know if we unbolt this manifold, I don't know if it's going to even come out of there. Then this side here has these pipes for the rear radiator. This one's definitely not going to come out. But where are those gaskets at? The gaskets are slotted. So we should be able to take that bolt out, loosen these bolts up, and just slide the new gasket in. So I might try that. See how this works out. So those look like 9/16 and are going to break. And those are also 9/16 and going to break. So let me grab some tools.
I think our oil leak over here might be dipstick too.
You think dipstick's
It's all
leaking?
covered in oil. It's wet.
It could be. It's hard to say.
But that's directly above the starter.
Yeah, it's hard to say. All right.
Okay.
Exhaust first.
9/16.
9/16. All right. What are the chances these come out of here? Okay, that was neat. Oh, okay. Well, that wasn't even very tight. Might be part of the problem. Ooh, that was a little crunchy. It's coming out though. Quiet on set. Now, the big problem we're going to face is this is all solid mounted. Where's the... I see light. Where's the light? There it is, right in front of my face.
Okay, I can grab the donut.
Can you? There's nothing left of it.
Just a piece of pipe. Not even a donut.
Oh, it used to be, because here's part of it. Well, that's definitely a leak. So my question is, do we just swap these donuts out and see what happens? Because I really don't want to get up into there if we don't have to. And are the new parts we have even correct? Appears to be. Now, can we make this stuff line back up? That's the other problem. Let me get a... I can't. All right. Okay. I can't see nothing. Hello in there. All right, that worked. Hey. Okay. I think we'll just try that. Swap out the donut on this side. Where is it? It's over there. This one doesn't have like the spring stuff on it. So I'm guessing they probably had a problem. Broke studs off. Just like I'm about to do. Let's see what happens. I think I am going to spray these though. We are lucky on one side. All right, be good to me. All right, that broke loose. And that broke loose. Might work. This one doesn't come down far enough. Maybe it does. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Well, when you reach, or there we go.
This one's a little different. I think this is supposed to go. That's quite a bit smaller.
Oh, wait.
Um, huh.
I don't think we have that style donut.
I don't think so either. I'm just damaging this one. So, now what? We got two of the same ones. Apparently they're different. Do we just put the old one back in? It's definitely going to leak now. Okay, well, that puts a bind in things. Apparently we're making a parts store run. What do we do next? All right, so this is what we ran into. New gasket that fit the passenger side. Old gasket in the driver's side is obviously a different size. I don't think the driver's side was leaking, but I think if I put this one back in, it's definitely going to. So we're going to probably make a parts store run. I guess we can try putting it back in there and just see what happens and get one coming.
Yeah, because I had to order those ones.
Yeah. So for now, I guess we put this back in and just hope for the best. Yeah, I know. It's not the right way to do it. This side doesn't even have the correct hardware in it.
This is, all this exhaust is cobbled together anyway, so it's not like it's factory.
Right. Well, the manifolds and the downpipes probably were original to whatever this was, Tornado or something. But yeah, this battery's dying in this light. The other one's over here. Right now I'm just trying to get this back in a place that does something. I can't even see anything at all. All right, I'm gonna fight this back together, go change this battery or get a different light and Get back with you in a second. All right, got the manifolds bolted back together. We're going to try the try the one side here. As far as our oil pan leak goes, I'm going to do this completely the wrong way, and I know that, but I don't want to pull this oil pan off, but I don't have to. So I'm just going to put a line here where I think it was leaking. Let that kind of squish its way in there. I know, again, I know this is the wrong way to do it, but we're going to try it, see what happens. If it doesn't work out, then we'll take the oil pan off and do all that. So, do we want to drop this thing down and see what the exhaust sounds like?
Sure.
See if we made it better or worse. I think we made one side better and one side worse.
Possibly.
Let's find out. We'll get everything all hot. Oh, I'm sure that was loud. All right, that sounds a lot better, 100 times better. So before we get everything all hot, I think we're going to go do the wiring on that fan, get that knocked out. And I don't want to be dealing with like hot exhaust and stuff while I'm down there. So if you remember from the wire harness install, there was one or two electric fan control wires that we tied up, put behind the dash. I'm going to find out which one I need there and run it down with the rest of the harness and run it along here and drop it down back there by the radiator. Yeah, by that radiator. And then we'll wire in a relay. All right, I saved you the trouble of watching me fish wires up and over the engine compartment. So in our paneless kit, there's an ignition source for a fan. There's actually a fuse marked fan. So that's this wire. I had to extend it. I ran a black wire. That's going to run our ground for a relay. We have our wire that we previously ran before that runs to our fans. And then I don't have any heavier gauge red wire, so I ran white, and that's going to be over to our battery. So wiring a relay. I lost the Sharpie. There it is, right where I left it. So relay is very simple. You have one side, which is your control side, and your other side is switched. So in our case, we are running ignition as a positive for our control. So that's from our painless kit. The ground is going to go through a coolant temperature switch. And we'll show you that in a minute, or in just a little bit. And on this side, we're going to have the source for our fan, which is going to be battery, and then the fan will be on this side. So the control side, as long as you get power and ground on their respective sides, it will close this switch, and I can't draw a straight line, and make this connection. So B plus directly to the fan. So as long as the ignition switch is on, when the coolant tip reaches, I think ours is 200 degrees, it will create a ground source and turn our relay on, thus closing this connection, if that makes sense in any way. Make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's teacher time with Brian.
Teaching time with Brian. Blue collar teaching time with Brian. So on our relay here, it's actually drawn out also. So control side, so you need power and ground there, and then whatever your source is and your load. Now this one, these 5-wire ones, you can't have another connection for when the relay is off. So if you want to turn something off, when whatever you have set as your control happens, it'll turn something off. In our case, we want it on. So again, ignition side and ground side for the source of our relay are B+, which is our source, and our fan, which is our load. So I'm going to try to get this relay up here on this light on set. We're going to try to get this relay up here mounted on this frame rail somewhere with a self-tapper. And I'm sure it's going to be a pain. I'll take that. There. Easy. All right, so I'm going to hook up these 4 wires real quick. And then we'll go up top and make our ground connection. Okay, made our connections here. So got our relay mounted to the frame rail. All our wires hooked up. Ran the battery B+ wire, source wire across the top with our battery cable. Hooked it directly to the battery. And I did run an inline fuse. So now we're going to drop this down. We got to tap into a coolant source. So we're going to make a gigantic mess and see if we can finish hooking this up. Yes? No? Yes? Mess incoming. All right, so this is our black wire that we're going to run for a ground for our relay. This is our fan temperature switch. I'm sure it doesn't show, but that says 200 degrees and 185 degrees. So on at 200, off at 185. This thing sits at like 185, 190 normally. But if it does reach 200 degrees, it should kick this fan on. Hopefully. At least that's the plan. In fact, if you turn the key on and we ground this, fans work. Okay, so we previously had the heater bypassed, which is you need to run a bypass loop if you have a thermostat installed. Let me turn it off. There's no ports on this engine for cooling other than those. So the coolant needs to bypass if you coolant needs to bypass if you don't have or if you do have a thermostat, because your water pump's always turning, it has to have somewhere to go. The water coolant has to have somewhere to go. This actually has a bypass built into it, the bypass the thermostat. So we're not going to worry about this guy. It should work. Has enough of a bypass. Point being, we shouldn't need this loop. Hopefully. Again, my little pea brain, I think it'll work.
I thought you were somehow trying to hook this up to the sensor.
No. So problem we're going to run into is when I loosen this, coolant's going to go everywhere and make a gigantic mess.
Quick.
Alright, I'm hoping I can leave the hose on there. Can I get this on here? No. Alright, time to make a mess. Oh, well, that went well. Does this even have...
Doesn't.
It doesn't have a hex on it.
No.
But somebody has put a screwdriver cut across it. Of course, I don't have a screwdriver that big. Let me see what I can do here. don't know if this is going to work. No. In theory, that should thread in there. Vice grips. I thought this just had a hex head like they all do. Well, now what?
Why would anything be easy?
Oh, nothing is ever easy. I feel like that one's probably too big. So this is called an easy out, which is ironic because if you're at this point, there's nothing easy about the job you're doing.
It's not doing out things.
Need a bigger. I'm gonna go back to the toolbox for the 18th time. Hang on.
Just getting your steps in.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, see? It's an easy out because it makes it easy. Okay. So now we take this guy. What?
So don't get my seat dirty, man.
Trying it over here.
Yeah, it's getting my seat dirty.
Okay.
Man.
You're fine. Okay. So now I'm going to pull the other side of this hose off. Is that the one that's going to make a mess?
Oh, yeah. Should I have the plug ready?
I don't know. I've done zero planning as per usual. I can't even see what's happening. This has a split on it, so that's perfect. Okay, I'm back. I thought this was a threaded in style port. It's not, but I do have like one of these style caps that I can put on it. It even fits, kind of. Let's have a little split in it though. We should be able to put this clamp above that. Is clamp gonna fit on there? Should I flip that over? Maybe.
Probably be easier to get to.
Something like that. Okay. So that went better than I thought it would.
We can just take this out.
Yep. All right. We'll grab some paper towels, clean this mess up a little bit. I got to get a connector to connect that to there. and then we can start sealing this stuff up.
Okay.
Yay. All right, got all our electrical connections made. So we got this stuff, which is, I don't remember what it is, like 5/16. It's a little small for around the doghouse area. We also got this stuff, which we're going to slide over the edge of the doghouse, hopefully. And hopefully the two of those together will seal this up enough. Oh, well, you think this stuff's going to slide? Oh, pretty good, actually. Again, we're just trying to keep the heat and the fumes out of the passenger compartment.
Trying to have a little exhaust fan to pocket.
Yeah. Well, with the exhaust leak fixed, that should be a little bit better. Okay. Should hopefully seal that up nicely. Let's go try to put this stuff on. Think this stuff sticks to dirt and rust? Or should we pretend to clean it first? All right, got a dirty rag and some brake clean. Just try to clean this edge up just a little. Hopefully this sticks.
The only cleaning we've done with that so far is scraping the old stuff up.
Yeah. I'm not sure we need this part, to be honest, but it did have a seal on both sides previously. How long is this? Is this gonna reach all the way?
I feel like we're gonna have to use both pieces.
Yeah. Let's start at the back here. I'd like to have it continuous around the front if we can. Excuse me. I think the original stuff was a bit thicker than this. Okay. Now I brought nothing to cut this with.
You got your Leatherman thing?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to get technically, I do. All right. There. There. Kind of in that general area. Put that there to stab myself in the arm. Oh.
Yeah, don't leave knives out to try and stab yourself in the arm later.
Okay.
No, bolt it back on.
Yeah. Now the plan with this stuff was to use it for the battery cover and the little side engine covers as well.
I'm not sure that there's going to be enough for that.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's not. We did get this stuff at Home Depot in their weather strip section, so it's easy enough to get some more if that's what we decide to do. Might try that other rubber stuff that you got. Okay, that should seal up the battery compartment, hopefully. Can I?
Still got to get back in there anyways.
Oh yeah, we still got to tighten the battery, huh?
Yeah. How's that?
Okay. All that's left is the little side panels.
That looks like a lot of fun.
Yep. All right, let's try to figure something out with that. All right, as far as our little side engine cover deals, there's not enough of this rubber strip to do both. I do have this cork style gasket material. Figure if it handles the heat and whatnot of like being on a valve cover or oil pan or whatever, should be fine for this. So I made me a little template, marked our holes, try cutting this out best I can, which means crooked. I'm not sure what the best way to do the holes are, besides just like poking a hole with a pick tool or something. I don't know if you can really drill this stuff. Well, it's got to be sharp enough to start, though. We'll do like that. All right, we'd saved all our hardware. And by that, we're missing, by that, I mean we're missing like 4 of them. Huh. I don't know why that wouldn't work. Feel like that should do it. All right, now this one will be a little more tricky because of the bends in it. Of course, on a nice flat surface here. Luckily, this stuff's a little bit stretchy. We're way off here. What's going on? Let's try this. I don't know what we're trying. Hang on. Cut this big. I feel like if we poke our holes, put our screws in, and then just cut off the excess. Plan? Plan. Ow, that was my finger. Make sure to put them all the way over there, didn't I? I missed one there too. All right. Like I said, we lost a few of them. I'm going to leave a few of the center ones out. That's a terrible noise. I think we were smart enough to tape off the screw holes when we did the rhino liner, or the raptor liner. Yeah. I feel like this is going to work. We have a screw gun out still? All right. I'm going to climb up here, get in the back, try to install these. All right. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see any of this, since I can't see any of this. What do I do with my ratchet? There it is. Stop it. I won't have a very good light in here, but I feel like that cork should seal that up nicely. This all fits nice and tight. I'll have to find some more screws to put in there. I'm gonna bolt this one on real quick, and then we'll put the engine cover on for hopefully the last time. Hello?
You have a doghouse.
That's where I live normally. All right, so we're going to install this. Obviously, the inside could use some work, to be honest. I don't know what they insulated this entire engine compartment with previously. It looks like bat insulation, like for a house, but I don't know what this stuff is. We did do the bed liner on the outside. Hopefully that helps quite a bit. I've used it for what it's intended for. I've never used it on an interior before, so we'll kind of see how this goes. The trick is we gotta get this. You want to set that somewhere? It's got this like prop rod that we gotta fish into this side over here. And I don't remember what angle I had to be at, and oh, there goes my plan. Up, down, left, right.
I have no idea. I can't see it.
Oh, well, that went surprisingly easy. Okay, now prop it up. Is that light in the way? Yep.
Now it's in what position?
Okay, that's done. See if we can get one started on each side here. Like all of it. Nope. Here. Okay. Where is it?
Okay.
There's the wrench.
We're gonna start
I don't know. What's easy to reach for you?
passenger forward.
Inside or outside?
Outside. Hold on. It's stuck. Got it. Go.
Having troubles over there?
I didn't want to give it back. There you go.
All right, that's been a stunning shot of your shoulder.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
That's like shop motto. Everything's fine. You okay there?
We're good. We're good. Got it.
All right. Got a little twist to it.
Once we get those buckles in place, so it'll be fine.
Let me see the camera. All right, so this rubber seal that we put on the upper piece is actually against the rubber seal that we put on the bottom part, so that should be good. The latches were riveted on. I have those sitting over there, so we're not going to worry about that at the moment because I got to drill a bunch of holes and I don't feel like it at this exact second. But yeah, doghouse is sealed up. Our little side panel pieces are sealed up. The battery part is battery cover is sealed up. Still need like all the door seals and window seals and all that stuff. That can come later on down the road. I'm not too concerned with it at this juncture. Other than that, I know this was kind of all over the place video, kind of a little bit on the shorter side probably. We'll see how it works out in editing. But we're just kind of trying to chip away at this thing and make it a little bit better. Oh, excuse me. A little bit better and a little bit better each time. That's some more fun stuff we want to do. This does have an air horn on it. Currently the tank has just like a Schrader valve, you fill it up with air. I believe I have a compressor somewhere, like for like helper airbag springs. So might wire that in and have air all the time so we can air horn people that get annoyed or that annoy us. Other than that, I think that's going to be it for this video this time. She is making a bunch of racket over there, and I guess she's ready to clean up and go inside. Now she's throwing things. All right, like, comment, subscribe for the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate it very much. Leave me a comment. Are you enjoying this thing? Are you liking it? I love it. You got anything to add?
Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for hanging out. We will see you guys next time.